Your car is literally bleeding money right now. 92% of the misfires I fix trace back to one invisible enemy hiding in your fuel system. And it's robbing you of 30% more fuel before your odometer even hits 50,000 miles. Stick around because I'm about to expose 9 battlefield-tested secrets to resurrect your injectors without ever touching a wrench. Plus, the final insider trick at the end, it's the same technique I use to push injector lifespan past 200,000 miles. Let's blow the lid off this. Look, I've been elbow deep in engines for 2 decades, and here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit. Your fuel injectors are slowly choking to death. Every single tank of gas leaves microscopic deposits behind. Carbon, varnish, gunk that turns precision spray nozzles into clogged garden hoses. And when that happens, your engine becomes a gas-guzzling nightmare that runs like it's underwater. The worst part? Most drivers have no clue until the check engine light screams at them. By then, you're looking at a repair bill that'll make your wallet weep. But here's the game changer. You can stop this disaster before it starts. No mechanic needed, no injector removal required, just raw knowledge and the right moves. Today, I'm handing you the exact playbook I use in the shop. These aren't theory or internet myths. These are battle-tested methods that have saved thousands of engines from the scrapyard. So buckle up because we're diving deep.
Method number 9, fuel system cleaner in the tank. All right, let's kick this off with the method everyone thinks they know, but almost everyone screws up. Pouring fuel system cleaner into your tank. Sounds brain dead simple, right? Wrong. Here's where 90% of people fail. They walk into a gas station, grab whatever bottle has the prettiest label, dump it into a bone dry or completely full tank, and pray for a miracle. Spoiler alert, that's like trying to clean a stained shirt by throwing a drop of soap on it and hoping for the best. First truth bomb? Not every cleaner is equally created. You need polyetheramine, PEA for short. That's the chemical assassin that actually dissolves carbon buildup in varnish. Brands like Techron from Chevron, Gumout Regain, or Redline, those are the heavy hitters with actual laboratory proof backing them up. But here's the ninja move most people miss. Concentration matters more than you think. If the bottle says it treats 12 gallons, don't pour it into an 18-gallon tank sitting on full. You're diluting it into uselessness. Here's my exact formula. Run your tank down to a quarter, add the cleaner, then fill up with fresh gasoline. Now you've got a concentrated cleaning cocktail flowing through those injectors like liquid justice. And listen closely. One bottle doesn't erase a decade of neglect. This is preventative medicine, not emergency surgery. I tell every single customer to add this stuff every 3,000 to 5,000 miles right when they're doing their oil change. Make it a ritual. That way you're constantly scrubbing away tiny deposits before they become injection-choking monsters. One last pro tip, use a funnel if your fuel neck is tight. I've watched more people spill cleaner down their paint job than I can count, and that chemical will eat through clear coat like acid. Don't be that person. This method is your foundation, cheap, accessible, and shockingly effective when you execute it correctly. But when you need something that digs deeper into the sticky nightmares hiding in your fuel system, that brings us to the next weapon.
Method number 8, detergent-based additives. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Carbon isn't your only enemy. There's another villain lurking in your fuel lines that's even nastier. Varnish. That sticky, syrupy residue that forms when gasoline sits and slowly degrades into goo. Standard cleaners bounce right off this stuff. It's like trying to wash honey off your hands with just water. That's exactly where detergent-based additives become your secret weapon. Think of these as industrial-strength dish soap specifically engineered for your fuel system. They're chemically designed to break down gummy deposits, oily residue, and that adhesive nightmare coating your injector tips. I've deployed these countless times on vehicles that spent months parked. You know the type. Grandpa's Lincoln that only leaves the garage for church on Sunday, or the classic Mustang that hibernates all winter. Those injectors aren't packed with carbon. They're coated in sticky sludge. And when I hit them with a detergent additive, they come back from the dead. Here's the critical detail everyone overlooks. This isn't a one-tank wonder. Detergents work gradually, not instantly. One bottle won't crack through years of buildup. My standard prescription? Run it for 2 to 3 consecutive tanks. That gives the chemistry time to penetrate, loosen, and flush out the deposits. Want to know my secret weapon move? I combine a detergent additive with a PEA cleaner when injectors are being stubborn. The PEA shatters carbon, the detergent dissolves varnish, and together they deliver a knockout punch. But here's your warning. Don't turn your fuel tank into a chemistry experiment. Dumping every additive you find at AutoZone creates a toxic cocktail that can damage seals, confuse sensors, and create new problems. Stick with proven brands, follow the instructions like gospel, and give your vehicle time to respond. Detergents are phenomenal for sticky situations. But what happens when the problem goes even deeper? What if the fuel itself is working against you? That's where Method 7 becomes your lifeline.
Method number 7, ethanol treatment additives. Ethanol is the Jekyll and Hyde of your fuel system. Let me break down this love-hate relationship. Modern gasoline contains up to 10% ethanol mixed right in. That small percentage actually helps keep injectors clean because ethanol acts like a natural solvent. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the dark side. Ethanol is hygroscopic. Translation, it sucks moisture straight out of the air like a sponge. When water accumulates in your tank, it separates from the gasoline, triggers corrosion, and makes your engine run like it's having a seizure. Enter ethanol treatment additives. These specialized products stabilize your fuel, fight moisture contamination, and prevent injectors from gumming up into useless lumps. I've deployed these religiously on vehicles that sit for extended periods. Boats, motorcycles, lawn equipment, vintage cars. Without treatment, those injectors would solidify into concrete blocks after one winter in storage. With treatment, they fire up like they were driven yesterday. Here's the golden detail most drivers completely miss. You can't just dump this in once a year and expect magic. If you're driving regularly, add it every few tanks, especially if you're buying gas from sketchy no-name stations. And if you're storing a vehicle, add the treatment before you park it, then run the engine for 5 minutes so treated fuel reaches the injectors. A quality ethanol treatment does more than just protect injectors. It prevents rough starts, eliminates poor idle, and even extends fuel pump life. I've diagnosed fuel pumps that corroded and died prematurely purely because untreated water sat in the tank like poison. But chemicals can only take you so far. Sometimes your engine needs physical therapy, and that's exactly what the next method delivers. Before we continue, do me a massive favor. Smash that like button right now. It tells YouTube to show this video to more car owners who desperately need this information. And hit subscribe so you never miss another truth bomb that could save you thousands in repair bills. All right, let's keep rolling.
Method number 6, aggressive highway driving. Sometimes the most powerful cleaner doesn't come in a bottle. It comes from your right foot, applied with authority. This is the legendary Italian tune-up, and it's been resurrecting clogged engines since combustion was invented. Here's the problem. Too many modern vehicles live pampered, soft lives. 5-minute trips to the grocery store, stop-and-go commuter traffic, endless idling in driveways. The engine never reaches optimal operating temperature, and carbon starts building up everywhere. Injectors, valves, even your catalytic converter gets suffocated. The Italian tune-up reverses this disaster. You take your car on an extended highway run, minimum 20 to 30 minutes, drop it into a lower gear, let the RPMs climb significantly higher than normal cruising speed, and hold them there. What you're doing is superheating your combustion chamber so intensely that carbon deposits literally vaporize and blow out the exhaust. I've witnessed engines that stumbled, misfired, and ran like garbage transform completely after one aggressive highway run. It's mechanical therapy. But let me be crystal clear. I'm not telling you to redline your engine like you're auditioning for Fast and Furious. What I mean is controlled, sustained high RPM operation. If you've got an automatic, keep it in 3rd or 4th gear on the highway. Manual transmission? Run through the gears with purpose. The key is steady, elevated revs, not constant flooring. Here's the critical warning. Only do this when your engine is healthy. If your oil is old, your coolant system is compromised, or you've got existing mechanical issues, don't stress the engine with high RPMs. Fix the fundamentals first. The Italian tune-up is free, requires 0 tools, and works like black magic. But what if you want to add chemical firepower while the engine's running? That's where Method 5 gets hands-on.
Method number 5, throttle body and intake cleaner spray. Now we stop playing nice with additives and actually get our hands dirty. Throttle body and intake cleaner spray is where DIY meets legitimate shop-level results. Over time, carbon builds up on your throttle plate, intake valves, and inside your intake manifold, like black concrete. That crusty buildup chokes airflow, creates rough idle, and steals horsepower. Spraying cleaner directly into the intake dissolves these deposits while the engine is running. Here's my exact step-by-step combat plan. Step 1. Locate your throttle body. Follow the air intake hose from your air filter housing. Where it connects to the engine, that's your target. Step 2. Loosen the hose clamp and pull the intake hose back to expose the throttle opening. Step 3. Start the engine. Have someone hold the RPMs between 1500 and 2000 to prevent stalling. Step 4. Spray in controlled bursts. Aim directly into the throttle body. Don't flood it, short sprays while the engine inhales. Step 5. Work in intervals. Spray for a few seconds, let the engine stabilize, then repeat until you've used about half the can. Step 6. Reassemble. Reattach the intake hose and tighten the clamp securely. Safety warnings you can't ignore. This stuff is highly flammable, so no smoking. Keep a rag nearby for drips. Always work in a ventilated area or outdoors. What you'll notice immediately afterward, smoother idle, crisper throttle response, and cleaner airflow through the entire system. And yes, some of that cleaning solution reaches your injectors and helps them too. But while sprays pack serious punch, there's still a DIY approach. What if you want professional grade cleaning power without disassembling anything? That's exactly what Method 4 delivers.
Method number 4, pressurized fuel system cleaning kit. Now, we're entering professional territory. This isn't some pour and pray additive.
A pressurized fuel system cleaning kit delivers concentrated cleaner directly through your fuel rail, completely bypassing the gas tank. This is one of the most devastatingly effective methods for cleaning injectors without removal. I've used these kits hundreds of times in the shop, and when executed properly, they work like dark magic. But listen very carefully. This method is not for amateurs. You're working with pressurized fuel lines. If you're careless, you can injure yourself or start a fire. Respect the process. Here's the exact procedure. Step 1. Relieve fuel pressure. Pull the fuel pump relay or fuse and crank the engine until it dies. This depressurizes the system. Step 2. Connect the canister. The kit includes adapters to hook directly to your fuel rail's Schrader valve or service port. Ensure it's tight. 0 leaks allowed. Step 3. Fill the canister with cleaning solution. Use the formula included with the kit. It's exponentially stronger than bottled additives. Step 4. Pressurize the canister. Most kits use compressed air to match your fuel system pressure, typically 40 to 60 psi. Step 5. Start the engine. Your motor now runs entirely on concentrated cleaner instead of gasoline. Let it idle until the canister empties completely. This forces the chemical through every single injector, scrubbing them from the inside out. Step 6. Reconnect everything. Remove the kit, reinstall the fuel pump relay or fuse, and restart with normal fuel. The results? Injectors spraying evenly again. Smoother idle, sharper acceleration, restored power. But if that sounds intimidating, you're not alone. That's exactly why most people choose method 3.
Method number 3, professional on-car injector cleaning service. Sometimes the smartest move is admitting when you need the experts. A professional on-car injector cleaning service uses industrial-grade equipment and chemicals you simply cannot buy at retail stores. I've performed literally hundreds of these services, and the transformation is dramatic when injectors are dirty but not electrically failed. Here's what happens. The shop connects your vehicle to a professional cleaning system. It bypasses your gas tank completely, just like the DIY canister kit, but with more powerful detergents and precision equipment. The machine runs your engine entirely on concentrated cleaner for 20 to 30 minutes, flushing carbon, varnish, and deposits out of your injectors. What you notice immediately afterward? Dramatically smoother idle, razor-sharp throttle response, and frequently improved fuel economy. I've had customers return a week later saying they felt like they bought a new car. The reality check? This service isn't cheap. Depending on location, expect to pay between $100 and $200. But compared to injector replacement, which can cost $600, $800, or over $1,000, it's a bargain. Critical truth? This won't resurrect injectors that are completely clogged or electrically failed. If the injector physically can't open, no chemical on Earth will fix it. In that scenario, replacement is your only option. But for dirty, sticky, or uneven spray patterns, this service brings them back from the edge. If you're uncomfortable working with fuel rails and pressurized systems, this is your safe, effective solution. But what if you want to prevent injectors from ever getting that filthy in the first place? That's where Method 2 becomes your long-term insurance policy.
Method number 2, top-tier gasoline with built-in detergents. Here's a secret that could save you thousands over your vehicle's lifetime. Cheap gas will bankrupt you in the long run. Sure, you might save $3 at the pump today, but what you're really buying is fuel that barely meets minimum legal requirements. That means fewer cleaning detergents, more deposits, and slowly dying injectors. Top-tier gas is a completely different animal. Stations like Chevron, Shell, Mobil, and Costco participate in the top-tier program. Their fuel contains enhanced detergent packages blended directly in. And these detergents are scientifically proven to keep injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers clean. AAA conducted independent testing and discovered top-tier gas left engines 19 times cleaner than bargain fuel. 19 times. That's not marketing hype. That's laboratory fact. I've witnessed this firsthand thousands of times. Cars running on discount gas at 80,000 miles? Their injectors spray unevenly and valves are caked in carbon. Cars that consistently use top-tier gas at 150,000 miles? Injectors look almost factory new. That's not coincidence. That's chemistry. Here's the detail most people don't realize. You don't need premium to get top-tier benefits. Regular great fuel at participating stations still includes the full detergent package. So, unless your owner's manual specifically requires premium, stick with regular from a top-tier station and save money while protecting your injectors. Pro tip: if you're forced to buy off-brand gas occasionally, follow up with a bottle of PEA cleaner on your next fill-up. That way, you're counterbalancing the damage that cheap fuel leaves behind. The truth is, fuel quality matters exponentially more than most drivers realize. Choosing top tier is the easiest long-term injector maintenance strategy that exists. But if your injectors are already loaded with carbon and varnish, there's one final method that dominates everything else without removing a single component.
Method number 1, professional carbon clearing machine service. If you want the most thorough, powerful, and comprehensive cleaning method without touching your injectors, nothing in existence beats a professional carbon clearing machine service. This is the undisputed gold standard, the same technology used by dealerships and elite automotive shops to restore engines to near factory condition. Here's the process. A specialized machine connects directly to your vehicle's fuel rail, replacing the regular fuel supply with an industrial-strength professional cleaning solution. While your engine runs, this solution flows through your injectors, dissolving carbon, varnish, and stubborn deposits that normal additives can't even touch. Unlike DIY cleaners, this process doesn't just clean injectors. It simultaneously cleans intake valves, combustion chambers, and fuel lines, leaving your entire fuel delivery system spotless. The transformation? Razor-sharp throttle response, glass-smooth idling, improved fuel economy, and maximum injector lifespan. In many cases, performance is restored so dramatically it feels like you performed a mini engine rebuild without ever cracking the engine open. Professional shops recommend this service every 30 to 50,000 miles, depending on driving conditions. While it costs more than DIY methods, anywhere from $100 to $250, the benefits easily justify the investment, especially if your vehicle is showing symptoms like rough idle, sluggish acceleration, or difficult starting. If you want complete peace of mind and factory-fresh performance without the expense and hassle of injector replacement, the Carbon Clearing Machine service is the undisputed champion. It's the closest you can get to brand new injectors without actually buying new injectors.
There you have it, 9 battlefield-tested methods to resurrect your fuel injectors without ever removing them. From simple tank additives to professional machine services, you now have the complete arsenal to fight back against carbon buildup and keep your engine running like a predator. And if this video just saved you from a $1,000 repair bill, do me one favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another car truth bomb. Every video I create is designed to put money back in your pocket and keep you out of sketchy repair shops. Drop a comment below and tell me, which method are you trying first? I read every single comment and I'll answer your questions personally. Until next time, keep those injectors clean and those engines screaming. This is Car Truth Bombs signing off.